Good morning, Manisha. How are you?
I'm doing well, ma'am. How are you?
Doing great, Manisha. So, I just want to say a big welcome to everybody and thank you for choosing our very innovative and very different topic. First of all, thank you for having such a competition because it just shows that the IIP Women's Council is really thinking out of the box. And I'd like to begin by introducing my colleague Manisha. Manisha is an undergraduate from the NGM Hospital in Navi Mumbai. After completing her graduation, she worked at the CMJ Hospital and now she's pursuing her master's in musculoskeletal from the Sancheti Institute of Orthopedics and Rehab. Manisha is very passionate about what she does, but at the same time, she believes that healing and therapies could and should have a wider scope of perspective. Why not we include the very beautiful other alternative therapies as part of physical therapists, because we not only have the opportunity to touch patients lives on a physical level, but as a physiotherapist we have the opportunity to touch a life of a patient holistically. Thank you, Manisha, for coming up with this very innovative idea, and thank you for having me here. Over to you.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. So, let me just give you a background on how this came up. I was assigned COVID duty in Sassoon General Hospital in the second week of September. So, while on COVID duty, I interacted with a lot of patients. And the one common trend that I saw was everyone was very depressed and isolated and feeling very helpless. There was this one time, one elderly uncle, he told me that my will to live has left. Now, in such situation, it was so difficult to convince them for therapy. And I needed something that could help them with their mental issues and that could eventually lead to more compliance with therapy or, more healing capacity of the body. So during the lockdown, I had enrolled myself in a short DMT course. And those lectures for me were more like therapy sessions, and they helped me personally grow a lot. So I thought that why not integrate something so profound in order to treat all, or maybe, in order to give a more engaging session that includes not only physical aspects but also mental aspects. So the benefits that I saw were amazing. There was reduced stress, so much more motivation. The fear of movement had gone. Everybody would look forward to therapy sessions, and they would get so excited when they would see me. So it has been an amazing experience, and it was lovely. So let me give a short introduction of the inspiration behind this idea. Uh, Dr. Nikita Mittal, she is the founder of DanceOfit and Life and Dance, and she is working really hard to integrate DMT into conventional physiotherapy practice as it, has a very holistic approach. So she is also the PG course coordinator for DMT in Sancheti Healthcare Academy, and that's how I met her. And I feel really blessed to be doing this with her at this point. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you.
I was on mute, I'm so sorry. Okay, so just a little bit about, I'm also a student of Sancheti Healthcare Academy. I completed my graduation in 2004, and I'm just so blessed and privileged to have found my way back to my alma mater and have representing my academy and my college in this journey. Currently, we run a 9-month postgraduate certification in dance movement therapy at Sancheti, and they have been so forthcoming that we have also used a lot of the dance therapy work with the patients at Sancheti Hospital at different stages of rehab, whether it was post TKR or post trauma, post There's some patients of neuro like paraplegia. We've also used it in the pediatric department for autism and cerebral palsy. And because I have spent almost 7 to 8 years of my career right at the beginning in pediatric rehab, it gave me a lot of insight into what could happen beautifully by the amalgamation of creative art therapies with conventional physical therapy work, which is also constantly evolving. I'm just going to make a 10-second introduction on why we are doing this. The reason why we're actually doing this is in the course of the last 7 months that all of us have been hit by a pandemic, we've realized that the COVID situation not only hampers my physiological systems, but also has a very deep impact on my emotional and my mental health. And all of you, not only having been a witness to this, if you haven't already, God forbid, contracted this infection, both ways, just being part of the pandemic, part of this whole era, has given us the experience of socioeconomic stress, fear, paranoia, uncertainty, anxiety, depression, and the unlimited other issues which accompany any individual who's stressed. We are not only physically stressed right now, we are professionally stressed, personally stressed, as a family stressed. Just 3 minutes before this presentation began, my son threw a very big fit. So there are just so many areas which we are looking into which aren't normal. So as a physiotherapist, when I am going to be treating patients with shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, neck pain, I'm going to be witnessing a lot of other issues which will unfold and unravel during therapy. And these issues will mostly be psychosomatic. So come 2021, when we open our doors to patients and they all come in with back pains because of prolonged work from home postures or post-COVID stigma, muscle weakness, fatigue, strength loss, all of the various issues, obesity, childhood obesity, onset of many other psychosomatic illnesses, we as a task force and a community of physiotherapists need to be equipped with certain new tools. We all say the new normal. What is the new normal for us as physical therapists? The new normal for us is a completely different approach. The approach has to be more holistic and has to be two-pronged. So what we are doing today is directed a lot towards what should I do if I am in a COVID ward doing physical therapy, either in isolation wards or in wards where there are a number of beds at government hospitals. What would I do? What can I do differently? What can I do to actually meet my physical goals and the goals of the new normal? So let's go ahead. Manisha is going to introduce us to a typical setting of a COVID ward. What will be the kind of patients we work with? Would there be any exclusions, inclusions, and contraindications? Over to you, Manisha.
Yes. So it can be done for most of the patients, even the ones who are on O2 therapy and in various settings. It can be done in isolation units. It can be done in wards as well. And as we know that in general government hospitals, it's more like a ward setting, but in private hospitals, it's going to be more like an isolation unit. This can be applied at both places. So the ones who are on O2 therapy, we could go for a more bedside therapy sort of a session where they can sit on the bed and do all the movements and the activities that are a part of a regular session. Apart from that, the patients with 90% plus saturation and who can maintain their saturation by doing a 2-minute step test while doing it can be recruited for a regular session where you can sort of collect them in a group and make them do various body movements and activities. So apart from physical activities, it will also, the sessions are also going to include a lot of breathing exercises, and there will be a short demonstration of it by ma'am in a few minutes. Apart from patients, this can also be modified for healthcare providers, because as we know that while treating a lot of COVID patients, we all tend to slip into a little more anxious state. So in order to overcome that and in order to give our best to all the patients, we can make an arrangement for healthcare providers also doing something like this. So yes, it is all inclusive.
Thank you, Manisha. I completely resonate with Manisha when she says that can we have our healthcare workers, our staff, our doctors, our nursing staff, the caretakers, and the primary healthcare workers in hospitals involved in some of these sessions. This might sound blasphemous and this might sound completely out of the line, but I think this is exactly the topic of the presentation. Thinking innovatively, thinking differently for a while. Can we please step out of our old ways of looking at physical therapy and look at physical therapy as more inclusive, as more open-minded ways of working with people's physical incapacities and emotional incapacities and still achieving the goals that we always wanted to achieve. So I'm going to begin. I'm going to pretend that Manisha over here is part of a COVID ward and she's maintaining saturation of 85 to 90% plus. And Manisha is, as of now, in a 15-day quarantine period at this COVID care center. So all of you need to imagine that I am a physical therapist with a degree in dance movement therapy who's here taking a session. Because there's a shortcoming of staff, I don't have 20 physiotherapists to cater to Sassoon General Hospital. So can I use one physical therapist and work an entire ward through their entire session? What would be the goal of physiotherapy? Manisha, if you were to approach this ward, what would be your physiotherapy goals? What would you want to achieve at the end of your session?
I would want them to have proper mobility and improve all their vital capacity and their ventilation through breathing exercises. So these two are the basic things that I would look out for.
And I would like to add to this, what are my dance movement therapy and physiotherapy combined goals? The goal of this session is to work on thoracic expansion, to do a lot of breathing exercises along with maintaining joint range of motion, doing some active exercises so that the patient feels invigorated and there is a feeling of endorphin rush, which helps one to not only relax mentally but also physically and respond to treatment much better. So my overall goal at the end of this session is going to be also a feeling of I am okay. I want to work on the fear psychosis of this patient and on the social stigma that we experience after having contracted this infection. Let's see what we can do. Hello. Kaise hai aap log sab? Imagine I'm entering a ward and Manisha is of course patient number 1, but there are say 10 or 15 other patients and they're all sitting on their bed. These patients need not move out of their isolation beds so that we can reduce contamination of the atmosphere. And all of them are saying, "Theek hai, achhe hai, chal raha hai." Manisha, aapko kaisa lag raha hai aaj?
बहुत अकेला महसूस हो रहा है, बहुत टाइम से फैमिली नहीं मिली।
हाँ, वो तो बहुत मुश्किल होता होगा। क्या आप अपने फैमिली के साथ वीडियो कॉल कर पाते हो मनीषा?
हाँ, बट कनेक्शन का प्रॉब्लम रहता है एंड वीडियो कॉल में वो बात कहाँ।
तो आपको सांस लेने की कोई भी तकलीफ हो रही है फिलहाल?
अगर मैं बहुत चलूं तो अदर देन दैट ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है।
चलिए ठीक है, तो आज का सेशन शुरू करेंगे। मैं हूँ डॉक्टर निकिता और आज आपकी फिजियोथेरेपी की सेशन मैं लूंगी। लेकिन आज आपकी फिजियोथेरेपी थोड़ी हटके होगी क्योंकि आज हम सोचेंगे कि हम सब बिल्कुल ठीक है, हम जैसे भी हैं। हमें कोविड हुआ है लेकिन कोविड बहुत छोटी सी बीमारी है और एक इंसान की आत्मशक्ति से वो बड़ी नहीं है। तो हम आज अपनी आत्मशक्ति बढ़ाएंगे एक्सरसाइजेस के साथ साथ। चलिए अभी जोर से अपने अंदर सांस लीजिए, फेफड़े को फुलाने हैं और अपने हाथों को खोलना है। जब सांस बाहर लोगे तो हाथों को अंदर लेना है और सांसों को मुंह से निकालना है। नाक से अंदर लेनी है और मुंह से छोड़नी है। वापस ध्यान रखिए कि आप बहुत आसानी से कर पाए। जरा भी मुश्किल हो तो आपकी मूवमेंट को छोटा कर दीजिए। अभी आगे की तरफ हाथ फैलाइए मनीषा, आगे की तरफ और ऊपर देखिए और वापस हाथों को अपने चेस्ट के नजदीक ले आइए। दूसरी बार आगे की तरफ अभी मैं हल्का सा म्यूजिक लगाऊंगी, आप मुझे बताइए कि आपको सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं। आप सबको पूछना चाहती हूँ कि अगर मेरे हाथ में ये रुमाल है, आपको सोचना है कि आप सबकी जो थोड़ी छोटी मोटी बड़ी तकलीफें हैं, आप सबको इस रुमाल में रखना है। ठीक है मनीषा, आज आपको कोई तकलीफ है?
बहुत डर लग रहा है।
चलो फिर आपका डर निकालिए और इस रुमाल में रख लीजिए। थैंक यू मनीषा। अभी ये रुमाल सारे वार्ड में पास करूंगी और हम सब अपनी तकलीफें इस रुमाल में डाल देंगे। किसी को सांस लेने की तकलीफ है, किसी को घुटने में दर्द है, किसी को बहुत कमजोरी है, किसी को सूंघने की तकलीफ है, या कभी कभी स्वाद ही नहीं आता खाने में। जो भी तकलीफें है, हमारे घरों में तकलीफ हो सकती है, शायद हमारे रिश्तेदारों को भी कोरोना है, हमें उनकी चिंता है, हमारी सारी चिंता है। तो चलो अभी हम सारी चिंताएं निकालेंगे। सिर से ऐसे निकालिए और रुमाल में रखेंगे। वेरी गुड। अपने हाथों से थोड़ी सी चिंता निकालिए। वेरी गुड। ये रुमाल में सब कुछ रखना है हमको। सिर में बहुत चिंता है, इसको मैं ज्यादा ठीक से निकालूंगी। वेरी। अभी इस रुमाल की मैं गठरी बनाऊंगी, एक पोटली बनाऊंगी, गांठ मारूंगी जोर से। वेरी गुड। आप मुझे बताइए मनीषा, क्या ये चिंताएं हमारी मदद कर सकती है कभी?
नहीं।
इस चिंता से बहुत भारीपन लगता है। और क्या लगता है चिंताओं से, तकलीफों से थकान महसूस होती है। तो इस चिंता को हम कहाँ डालेंगे, आप बताइए?
कूड़े में।
कूड़े में। तो अभी मैं जल्दी से चिंताओं को कूड़े में डाल देती हूँ। वेरी गुड। ओह, अभी हम सबको आंखें बंद करनी है और एहसास करना है कि हम इन चिंताओं से हल्के हो गए हैं। और अभी जो मैं गाना बजाऊंगी उस गाने पे आपको एहसास करना है कि आप उड़ रहे हो आसमान में और अपनी चिंताओं से बहुत दूर हो। अपनी दोनों हाथों को फैलाइए और महसूस कीजिए कि चाहे आप कोई तितली हो और सुंदर सा पक्षी जो हवा में उड़ सकता है। अगर कोई उठ पाता है आप उठ तितली हो, सुंदर सा पक्षी हो, उड़ रहे हो। ठंडी हवा आपके चेहरे पर बहुत हल्का एहसास, ठंडी हवा का एहसास। प्लीज सांस लीजिए। धीरे से ये आंखें खोलिए। क्या ये आपके लिए बहुत मुश्किल था मनीषा?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, बहुत आसान था और बहुत अच्छा भी लग रहा है।
अगर हम सबको इस 5 या 7 मिनट की एक्सरसाइज के बाद इतना हल्कापन लग रहा है, तो सोचिए अगर हम रोज थोड़ी बहुत अपने आप अपने मन की शक्ति के ऊपर काम करेंगे तो हम जल्दी ठीक हो सकते हैं और इस रोग से शायद बच भी सकते हैं। तो अभी हम लास्ट एक्सरसाइज करेंगे, क्योंकि कोरोना एक ऐसी बीमारी है जो हमें पता नहीं कैसे आ जाती है, कुछ चीज छूने से या किसी के पास बैठने से। लेकिन जब ये हो जाती है तो हमको मानसिक और शारीरिक स्थिति में बहुत तकलीफ होती है। हमारी तकलीफों को शायद हम ही समझ सकते हैं। जिसको इस इन्फेक्शन नहीं हुआ है शायद वो हमें समझ नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन हमें फिर भी एक दूसरे का सहारा बनना है। तो इस वार्ड में जो सब लोग हैं उन सब को ताकत की जरूरत है। तो हम एक दूसरे को अभी एक ताकत देंगे। आपके सबके हाथ, चाहे अभी क्योंकि हम स्क्रीन पे हैं मनीषा, आप हाथ स्क्रीन के सामने रख सकते हो। अगर आप वार्ड में हो तो हम एक दूसरे के हाथ पकड़ सकते हैं। और अभी आपकी राइट हैंड से समझिए कि आप अपनी सारी शक्ति, पॉजिटिव एनर्जी, आपकी ताकत, आत्मशक्ति आप सबको दे रहे हो। और लेफ्ट हैंड से सोचिए कि सबकी खुशी, सबकी ताकत, सबकी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आपकी तरफ अंदर खींच रहे हो। मैं चाहूंगी कि अगर हम ये वार्ड में करें तो एक दूसरे का हाथ पकड़ के करें। इट इज लाइक अ सर्कल ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ, द सर्कल ऑफ कनेक्शन, द सर्कल ऑफ वननेस, that we are in all of this, we are over here together. मनीषा, अभी मैं एक गाना बजाऊंगी और आप बस अपनी सारी अच्छी शक्तियां सबको देंगे और सबकी अच्छाइयां अपनी ओर खींचेंगे। आंख बंद ही रखिए और लंबी सांस लीजिए और एहसास कीजिए कि सबको, आप सबको इस रूम में अपनी अच्छाइयां दे रहे हैं। ये प्रार्थना करते हैं जल्दी। मनीषा दोनों हाथों को अपने छाती की तरफ रखिए, अपनी छाती के ऊपर रखिए, हल्के से हाथों को अपने थैंक यू। धीरे से आंखें खोलिए और वापस एक बार सबको देखिए, एक हल्की सी मुस्कान दीजिए। सबको देखना है और ये कोशिश कीजिए कि रोज आप 10 मिनट के लिए कुछ ना कुछ जरूर ऐसा करेंगे जिससे आप सबको अपनी अच्छाइयां दे सके और सबसे अपनी उनकी अच्छाइयां ले सके। Thank you, Manisha, for volunteering. So, I'd just like to summarize this session by saying that as a physical therapist, my goal was to do some thoracic expansion, some breathing exercises, and I was able to achieve that effectively in this session. And as a dance movement therapist, my goal was to deal with their fear, their anxiety, their loneliness, isolation, and a feeling of, I would say, impending stigma. And all of this was effectively dealt with by simple exercises, sitting on the bed, or at times standing bedside. So you don't really have to stress the patient. The misconception is that dance requires you to challenge your cardiovascular endurance all the time. I just want to summarize by saying everything is dance. Life is a dance. Your breath is a dance, and everything around us and inside of us is in a constant state of movement. So let's not minimize the use of movement by thinking that movement has to be Bollywood or movement has to be strenuous. Movement is just the use of simple, universal language of dance and movement in everyday life to alleviate one's physical, emotional, and spiritual symptoms. Thank you, Manisha. And we, as a team, would request the IAP to please reach out to us in case of questions, clarifications, and any doubts. I'd be really, really happy to address them. Thank you.